You might have heard about how good vitamin D is for women's health, like it helps you balance your hormones, improve your mood, regulate your immune system, and more. So you end up taking very large doses of it because you've been told you should. But how good is that for you really? That's exactly what you'll explore in this video. In more detail, here's what you can expect to learn. First, we'll talk about what does vitamin D do for women's health? What are the benefits and what are the most common reasons that women take it? Then we'll talk about what are healthy vitamin D levels for women. After that, we'll talk about how much vitamin D, whether you're getting it from the sun or from supplements. And we'll talk about 6 vitamin D deficiency symptoms. Before we jump in, who am I? My name is Igor. I've been a personal trainer since 2006 with a specialty in women's health. As well, I've been training other personal trainers in my methodology since 2013 by speaking at some of the world's largest personal training conferences. As well, I've delivered over 400 wellness presentations to some of Canada's largest corporations, including IBM, Bosch, American Express, University of Toronto, Investors Group, and others. As well, I'm the author of the book Mastering Menopause, and if you click the link in the description below, you'll be able to go to Amazon to purchase a copy of your own. So let's talk about what does vitamin D do for women's health. The most common reasons women take it is one, they want strong bones or to prevent osteoporosis or osteopenia as they get older. Another one is to improve their mood. Vitamin D has been linked to depression. Now, whether it alleviates depression or not is a whole other story for a different video. Um, it also improves the immune system when it's in adequate levels, and it improves cognitive function, your memory, your ability to think quickly, to reason, and so on. And so, what are healthy vitamin D levels for women? Here is the thing, we don't know. Different organizations can't really agree on the optimal reference ranges. Here are 5 legitimate organizations, National Institutes of Health, and a bunch of others, Mercola, and they all agree that less than 10 nanograms per milliliter is deficient. After that, they're not really sure what's sufficient, what's insufficient, what's deficient, what's excessive, etc. If you want, pause this video right now to look at the slide and see how confusing this might get. And it's difficult to understand the optimal reference ranges for a number of very, very technical reasons that if you want, I'll elaborate on in a different video. Just comment below and I'll do so. Now, how much vitamin D should you get? The best thing to do is to go out in the sun without sunscreen, but there are some challenges to it. First of all, if you live in a place that doesn't get vitamin D during the winter, that's going to be tough. In other words, if you're north of Los Angeles, the majority of the year, you're not getting much vitamin D. If you're in southern Canada or northern United States, you're only getting adequate levels of vitamin D outdoors, probably between May and maybe September. The rest of the year, not so much. Another challenge is if you have liver or kidney problems and also skin problems, because they are used to convert vitamin D into its active form, and that can have actual effects on your body. Another challenge is if you use sunscreen. And so how much time you need to spend in the sun depends on a number of different factors, and just scratching the surface is, do you use sunscreen? And if you do, when do you apply it? Do you apply it before you step outside? Do you apply it once you've already been outside for some time, etc.? Another thing is how much of your body is covered. Are you in a bathing suit? Are you fully covered? Are you wearing shorts and a t-shirt? The more skin that's exposed, the less time you need to spend in the sun in order to get the adequate vitamin D. And a third variable is your skin color. The lighter you are, the faster you get vitamin D, and the less time you need to spend in the sun in order to get it. The darker you are, the more time you need to spend in the sun. Because of the interplay of these 3 variables, your skin color, how much sunscreen you use, when you apply it, as well as how much of your skin is covered, makes it very, very difficult to give general recommendations. But I'll do so anyways. Here's a general recommendation. It's between 5 to 30 minutes if you're wearing shorts and a t-shirt and you're not using sunscreen in that period of time. And that's 3 to 5 days per week. The next best thing to sunlight is supplements. Now, how much you need depends on how deficient you are. Basically, the more deficient you are, the more of a supplement you need. Now, just because you're deficient right now doesn't mean that you'll be deficient forever and ever. So it's not that you should be on the same dose of a supplement, whether it's vitamin D or any other, for your entire life. You should distinguish between therapeutic dosages of a nutrient and maintenance dosages. Therapeutic dosages are just temporary, and they're just meant to get you from deficient to sufficient, and that's it. This is not to be for the rest of your life and for forever and ever. And so, generally speaking, a therapeutic dose of vitamin D is between 2 to 4,000 international units per day. Now, again, that's just until you become sufficient. If you keep that up, you might become excessive, which is not good. The maintenance dose is what you need to maintain for the rest of your life, and that's between 400 and 800 IUs per day. Most people don't need to supplement with vitamin D to get that much. Lots of foods are fortified with vitamin D anyways, with this much vitamin D. If you're taking other supplements like multivitamins, vitamin D is already in there in these dosages. And so again, we want to distinguish between therapeutic and maintenance dosages. And so what are some symptoms of vitamin D deficiencies? One is low mood. Another one is depression. Another one is osteopenia or osteoporosis, hair loss, frequent colds, as well as poor sleep. These are all signs of vitamin D deficiency. If you want to dive way deeper into women's health after menopause, I have an entire playlist about menopause weight loss, what you need to eat, how you need to exercise, and the common myths about menopause weight loss. If you want, check that out on your screen right now or in the description below.